Hello and welcome to The Regulars. I'm Stacey McGonigal.
I'm Jason DeRoss.
Oh, wow, Jason. Oh, what a time to just be alive. You know what I mean?
Barely.
Well, you'll be really excited today because we do have a guest on our podcast today, which I
hmm
know is going to really make you happy because you've been nervous all week because we didn't officially have a guest.
Yeah. I mean, like, I'm not nervous, but it's so fun when we have fun. We get our fun friends on. So this is
Yeah,
great.
when
I'm
you
excited.
Okay, well, this is great. So, should we just like get to our, just bump into our guest here or what?
I mean, yeah.
Okay, first of all, I'm getting a lot of love for my top, and I am excited to break that down. And we'll bring our guest on to also compliment me on my shirt that you haven't yet. So that's fine. So we have a comedian, writer, creator, sketch performer, Second City person,
Just opened a show this week.
just opened a show in theory this week. Let's just give it up for the lovely and the wonderful Christopher Wilson is here, everyone.
Woo.
Oh, I like that music.
Isn't
That's
that
nice.
nice?
Hi, everybody. Lovely shirt.
Oh, thank you. So does everyone?
Really nice.
Oh, thank you so much. So if anyone has questions about it, it is supposed to be a crop top. I have pushed it down and shoved it into my jeans, like any good woman in her 30s should do. Thank you so much. I just thought I'd bring a pop on a cloudy day. Jason?
It's
I
great.
stuck with my regular cloudy blue.
Yeah, and I went with cloudy green. So here we are.
Well, maybe that will
Good
be
grief.
maybe that'll be the title of the podcast, just cloudy blue and green with a pop
Buddy
of
boys.
the Buddy Boys. Chris, thank you so much for being on the podcast today.
Thank you for having me.
And you've really brought the fanciest of mics. Same with Jason.
Yeah, Jason and I, Mike twins.
It was so great because you came in, you're like, well, this is my lesser of mics. And I'm like, well, say Mike. We got
Yeah, they're
Yeah,
my
actually.
best is everybody else's lesser, and that's life to me.
This is my backup mic. This is my shit mic. Couldn't
ac-
set up my
It actually was.
Sennheisers.
It actually was really sad because Jason, for real, was like, "So you don't think this mic would be good for voiceovers, son?" Chris was like, "Yeah, I kind of just wanted something a bit more nice." Jason was like, "Okay."
Oh,
Well, I was
right.
like, I never book voice, and now I can blame it on the mic instead of just my terrible talent with voice
Oh,
auditions.
I love to do that. I love to blame it on everything else, but you know what's
It's
coming up.
easy. It's better to blame it on other things, other factors.
Oh, we must.
Agents,
Agents, love to,
mics,
mics, parents.
or audio room. Your room isn't good enough.
I feel like
Closet not big enough.
if I haven't booked for a while, I'll go to the parent closet. I'll start blaming them too, and I recommend everyone just try it. Just go for it.
Blame it on Susie.
Sure. Mom's Day is coming. Mother's Day is this weekend.
That's
Mother's
true.
Mother's Day is this weekend, and it's a perfect time to just give her the gift of blaming her.
It's on Sunday.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Oh,
guess
no.
we should have done a segment of like Mother's Day gifts, but I guess like when push comes to shove, Pandora, get her a charm.
I think I got my mom Pandora charm bracelet or a charm for it on several occasions.
And does she like them?
What?
Yeah, she had one. I think she still has one. I don't know.
Chris,
You get to go there and you get to pick out something and be like, see, I know stuff about you. I got you some scissors because you're a hairdresser. Great.
Oh,
One of your
cool.
personality traits.
oh my God. There is nothing like more sad than when you realize like what people know you for. And for me, for a while, was Subway sandwiches. And that's
Yeah.
tough. It was like, we know you like Subway. Tough one. Tough.
It's when you put out that one thing and then everyone goes clink. That's what that person likes. And you're like, no, I just kind of like mentioned it offhand one day, but now I'm that guy, I guess.
Wait,
We
hold
were trying
on.
to force that in high school. Just being like, I'm a Foo Fighters guy. I love Foo Fighters. They're my band. I was making self-made Foo Fighters t-shirts, just the iron-on nylon thing.
You were?
And, oh yeah, I made a bunch of my own
Now
Foo
you're stuck
Fighter
with that.
t-shirts. Yeah, 'cause
He's
that was my identity.
he's a big
big-
foo.
Big Foo head.
I have a friend out here that said they put on the best live show, which this is a bit of a surprise for Stacy too, because she's like, today we're gonna bring a guest on. So it's not like I've picked a topic, but I've got some questions lined up for both of you. and it's going to be based around music.
This is great.
Oh, cool.
So just
That's cool.
to catch you up, Chris, first of all, Jan says she's loving your beard. Two Little Sammys
What?
is in the chat. And feel free to get on the chat, Chris.
How? I'll figure that out later.
Jason, Jason can send the link to you
Okay.
over
Yeah,
our
sure.
chat.
Well, this is what I've been up to. I've been growing this.
It looks great.
It's fine.
I think
It's a new face.
it's a new face. You're getting used to the new face.
There's been some times when the phone, you see yourself in your front-facing camera.
Oh yeah.
And I know that maybe I'm not going to keep it because I thought my face looked like Thomas Middleditch. Like I just saw my face very briefly and I was like, oh my God, that's Thomas Middleditch's face. I don't think I look like that, but it was
Maybe you were looking at a
shocking.
poster instead of a mirror, because I do that all the time.
What posters
that's
do you
true.
look like?
Michael Jordan, remember?
So to catch you up, Jason I've called this the week of Inquisitive Jason because he's starting to ask like deep questions about me and like he wants to get deeper. So I'm excited that he's expanded these questions.
Yeah, did I get deeper? Oh, I did ask you a question to end yesterday's podcast. That was a little, about, I don't remember what it was.
Our friendship is so beautiful.
Nice deep question. I don't remember the answer. I don't remember the question, but
No.
we got deep, and that's what counts.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm also
Friends.
Friends. Did you ever have that moment with a particular friend where like you're hanging out and you're having a beer or whatever, and then you look across from them and you go, I don't actually know you at all.
You don't say that out loud, do you?
No, I eventually tell
Who
people
is
at a
this
podcast.
person?
But don't you ever have that where you're like,
When
who
you're with
are
somebody and then
you?
they order off the menu and you're like, wait a second,
What is that?
who the fuck are you?
Apparently, Snake King says in the chat, that's the energy of this last super full moon in Scorpio today. It's diving deep. There's a huge super moon, you guys.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
That just means it's bigger?
It's the last
what does
super
that mean?
moon. It's the last super moon of 2020. So a lot of people say
I
it's
thought
like
they said this like a month ago. Didn't we
Well,
just have a supermoon?
we have super moons, but it's the last one of the year. So it's like a really powerful. So they say they, meaning like witches and horoscopes, say like this is the time to set intentions and to get really clear about what you want or what you're looking to attract in the year, because this is a very powerful time.
Wow.
Yeah.
And I'm
It's also a powerful time for other reasons, I think, though, right now.
there's nothing better than having two full-ass skeptics on the pod, and I am thrilled to have you both.
Skeptic is saying that like we're skeptical. Like I don't know about that, but it's like no, I know about that. I'm not skeptical. It's not real.
I like to-
wonder.
I like that you just redefine skeptic, because that's the true definition. But I think most people take it as the person that takes the negative side of an argument is the skeptic.
Right.
But truthfully, it's just not that at all.
Being skeptical, being
Now, Janelle says,
quizzical.
Janelle says
Wary.
I'm stressed having that amount of pressure put on today. Here's the thing. If you choose to believe in this stuff, I think there's no wrongdoing in embracing the idea of setting intentions and wants. I also think they can be very simple. Like, I want to attract happiness, self-love, acceptance. It's a good reminder to practice those things.
Right. So okay. Well, yeah. When you put it that way, I believe in that stuff.
These two pieces of shit over here. Yeah, come at me about that, I guess.
Positive.
I'm still quizzical.
Yeah.
So, Jason's like, love myself? This is witchery. This is witchcraft.
No, but, like, who doesn't wake up and go, I hope I'm happy today? Like,
Not
who-
you.
who wakes up
Not
and-
you.
well, weren't we just talking about before this podcast how instead of collecting like hobby things, you collect arguments, and you're just like ready to drop to like,
Yeah.
First of all, I didn't say I collect arguments. You two said
Gotta catch 'em all.
yeah. You two said before recording, you like to catch arguments and you hold them deep until you can have them with people.
yeah.
And I was like, what? Good morning.
Because when someone starts to do something that's going to upset you, you're like, this is a good time.
No, it's not a good time. I said, I really hope that Chris isn't late because I wouldn't want to inflict the wrath.
But you said it with a smile
But
of
I
a girl that
will.
just
I
got a lollipop and
No, I don't want to inflict. It's a skill set that's been given to me. I once said that
It's
to.
just, yeah,
I
it's
said,
gonna happen if you misstep.
I said that in
You're like,
therapy. I was like, it's really unfortunate that like I'm really good at arguing, and I just to have a happy, fulfilled life, I can't use that skill. But I need someone to acknowledge I'm really good at it. That sounds
be,
insane.
you could be a lawyer. You could
I
use
could
it
have
that
been.
way.
I could have been a lawyer, but like me and reading is a really tumultuous affair, and I think there's a lot of paperwork. Like I don't
Yeah,
want to
who's
read the files.
Hmm.
You know what I mean?
because Chris just said you could be a lawyer, and you're just like, I could have been maybe, but
That's
like,
interesting.
you know,
That's interesting.
you still could be a lawyer.
No, I don't
Yeah.
want to be a lawyer because every time
Set your
Oh,
goals.
now who's
Set your
skeptical?
intentions. Scorpio's
Jason's
rising
loving
or
this.
whatever.
Scorpio is rising, you guys.
Yeah.
Listen, I just love, there's nothing more thrilling than just like being right and proving it, you know? And listen, that's something I'm working on in therapy. I'm doing less and less of, but God damn it, when it's justified, ooh, does it feel nice?
Yeah.
Doesn't it feel nice
But
just
you're also the person like, as a lawyer, you would argue with the judge, I think, and let them know
Oh.
when they were.
and I'd get mad and I'd stop calling them judge and I'd be like, oh, really, Nancy? This is fucking, that's so.
I've seen your house. I've seen your house.
Yeah, why don't you go just bathe in the bottle? I fucked that up. Forget it. Just we'll move
That was
on.
good. It was a good lead.
I was going to say that she was bathing in some Pinot Noir, but it was way too specific for my mouth. Yeah, it wasn't having it.
I feel like she's one of those people that keeps like VHS tapes out. So like, yeah, those were my movies. Like I loved those movies.
Me?
No, the judge.
Oh, the judge.
Nancy.
When
Judge
Nancy.
Nancy.
What are you going to talk about your VHS tapes, Nancy? Won't bring your husband back, so sustained.
Whoa, what happened to Nancy's husband? Divorce. Just divorce, right?
Divorce. He didn't want her.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, and that's legally binding that he doesn't want you. Signed paperwork that he doesn't want you, Nancy.
You might understand that. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure at one point you wanted to kill him, just like my client, okay?
Carol Baskins.
Very dumb.
Did someone have a cat sound effect just there?
Yeah, that was me. We got sound effects on
that's
this
cool.
thing. Yeah.
Wow.
Hey, all you cool cats and kittens. It's Carol at Big Cat Rescue.
Oh,
You like that?
gross.
Gross. Oh, no. Poor Carol. She's really getting the shit end of the full stick.
Did you see that thing where they pranked her about the Jimmy Fallon interview?
Oh, we
Yeah.
talked about it
That was
yesterday.
pretty elaborate. That was pretty good.
Pretty good?
Oh, that was elaborate.
Chris is on the Clooney side of things. I love
Yeah.
it.
I feel like usually, here's what's crazy. I usually feel like when we have guests, like they sort of join my side and they just like really give it to Jason. But I have a feeling in the depths of my soul, this is a 2 against Stacy.
It's like I used to prank people that way. Like the Jerky Boys.
Yeah.
They had that, and you have the all the like Arnold Schwarzenegger sayings lined up on your phone.
Yeah.
First of all, Jason's smiling so bright because he is a
Yeah.
huge pranker. He loves to prank.
There was that show Cranker Yankers. Was that what it's called?
No.
Crank Yankers.
Crank Yankers.
Yeah.
And they had like they would reenact the phone
Puppets,
calls
right?
with puppets. Yeah.
That
That's
was good. That
such.
was a Jimmy Kimmel thing.
Yeah.
An Adam Carolla thing, I think.
It won't hold up today, and not just because it's prank phone calls, but they had a character that was just like for sure wore a helmet in his everyday life, and they would call people like,
yeah, that guy.
"Yeah, pizza," and they'd be like, "Yes, would you like to order pizza?" He's like, "Yeah, pizza." Like that's all he would say.
First of all,
Yeah.
Crank Yankers is such a guy show. Like, not to gender it, but like, of course, it'd be like, Mom, Jimmy keeps watching Crank Yankers.
Well, the two people that did like that Chris just mentioned, Adam Carolla and Jimmy Kimmel, were doing another show at the time called The Man Show. So
Oh, my brother used to watch The Man Show too. And then Jan says
yeah.
they're doing it again. Oh, and
What?
Really?
Kendra says they have new episodes of that on Comedy Central. So they're bringing back Crank Yankers. Yipey full diapy on that one, I think.
Pretty funny.
I just imagine that pitch meeting of two losers going, so the show we prank, and it's called Crank Yankers. I don't get it. Sold. We love
Sold.
that name.
You
Marketed.
crank out phone calls.
it rhymes. It
Yeah.
rhymes. Dave, haven't I just been
Can't
talking to you
deny
about
that.
rhymes? Haven't I just been talking to you about rhymes and how they work? Yeah, you were talking to me about that on lunch. Sold.
Right. Well, this is a rhyme.
I
I keep
just
pitching you La La. L.A. Law, La La. It rhymes.
that's my show. Can I audition for Lala? Because I'd like to play the lawyer on Lala. Please.
And maybe you can play a lawyer at some point.
I think there was a show, and correct me if
Why
I'm
is
wrong.
Stacey going off script? Well, she just likes to argue. She's really taken to this lawyer character.
Very good.
Brian,
Just
do you
point
mind
the
if
cameras at her.
Brian, do you mind if I have some fun on this one? Just gonna go off a little bit.
You've really talked about a deceased body when this show's not about dead people at all.
Well, maybe it should be.
It's going wild.
There's
They
nothing.
turn the game down on her microphone. Just going-
Her Yeti microphone.
yeah.
The infamous
Who
Yeti.
hired her? She's got a Yeti microphone. Get her out of here.
You can't use a Yeti microphone as a laugh mic.
Please. I actually now like Jason.
It's versatile.
Look at these two yahoos over here.
I think we found our next sketch. Just clip a big Yeti on you. Like a romantic scene.
Yeah.
This is quarantine comedy now. It's just tape your mic. You know,
Tape your mic.
people are taping their phones to the walls and to mirrors and yeah, just
It's really rubbing up against his beard.
Yeah. Wearing that new beard. I don't know how to control the beard. I don't know.
well, Jason,
Yeah.
you're trying to grow a beard. How's that going for you?
I think trying to grow and just being lazy and not shaving are two different things. Plus, my body can't grow a beard.
It can't? You've never had a beard? Even I've had a beard.
This is, yeah. I mean, like I
Even
don't.
you've had a beard.
Yeah, I've
that
Because
what
when I grow it,
I've had
when
to
I
shave
grow
it.
it, you always make fun of me because you're like, "Why are you trying to grow goatee?" And I'm like, "I'm not.
You
I
are.
haven't shaved this, area, but I also haven't shaved this area. It just grows right here."
When you grow your beard, Jason, you start to groom it and you groom it exclusively in a goatee.
I do not.
Okay.
I don't. I'm saying that's how it grows. I came out and God was like, "I'm sending this child out as Hootie. He can only grow goatees."
This little boy who will stay little forever also can't have a beard.
How was the earth? Like I just literally came out as Hootie and the Blowfish, I guess, or something.
What?
Because he only grows goatees.
Yeah, he's got good.
Oh,
goatees.
wow.
Such a baby face everywhere else, and
I
then
only want to be with you. Is that him?
Yep.
That's who.
I don't know. I thought so, but I don't
Yeah.
know.
I love that song. And just to catch you up, Chris, yesterday Jason revealed his nickname that was given to him by a French teacher. And his nickname, his first nickname ever, was Petit Jason.
But by first, it's still like if I go back to my hometown, there are still people that will use that nickname.
We'll call him Petite because there was a taller Jason. So he got Grande Jason. And
Which
you
went
got-
away in 3 days because he was normal height.
Right. Couldn't be ironic. It was just.
There was no irony to Petit
No
Jason.
irony.
No, it was literally like, you're the small guy.
So you're Petit Jason. And the other one is Jason.
Jason.
Yes. Petit and Jason. Do you have any?
Yeah, I lost
For
the
a
Jason
big
fell
Jason.
off my name. So it turned out to be just Petit at the end of the school year.
No.
So you'd put your hand up and he'd go Petit?
Yep.
Oh, that's terrible.
But not just
Why?
him, like the whole school or anybody that I knew in the school.
Yipes.
I mean, the teachers got to know that that's
That's
not-
what Stacy said. I never looked at it like that, but now I'm like, yeah, that guy was old enough to know he's really fucking me
Yeah.
over.
This was probably
Oh,
like
yeah.
30. How old was he? This is the other thing. Those teachers
Yeah.
are way younger than I thought.
Oh.
I know.
I thought teachers were all 75. It didn't
Oh,
matter.
yeah.
Didn't
It's
matter
like
at
when
all.
I'm watching March Madness and these big men come out and beards, and I'm like, oh, wait a second. You're like 20
Yeah.
I know.
max. You're
Yeah.
20. And I always thought you were like 50,
Yeah, I think of
Totally.
LeBron James as a 50-year-old man.
which he now
That's
is.
still an athlete, but he's like he's a year younger than me.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Really?
That sucks. Yeah,
That's-
he's like 34.
Our lives
Yeah.
suck, you guys. We've done nothing with them. It's crazy. We could be millionaires.
It's a podcast.
Stace, do you know Zion Williamson?
Mm.
No.
I only ask because he's like the next apparent LeBron James, and he's a huge man. But like, if you knew him, you're like, That kid right now, I think, is 20.
Yeah, wow.
You should look him up. He's big, big guy.
I like a big thick guy.
boy.
Wow, maybe it looks sounds like McGonagall's about to get a little poster ordered for her wall over here in the boned up palace.
Zion.
Oh
Ooh.
no!
Zion.
Shayla said everything she was doing yesterday. She started with petite. She made dinner with petite lemon juice, petite olive oil, and a petite salt.
Yeah, she called everything petite yesterday, influenced by you. So
Oh no.
that's nice. It's nice to be remembered, petite. What are some of the questions that you have for Chris and I?
Yeah, let's do it. So I only did this because I was like, I've got like a bunch of dumb stories too. So we'll do a ding on my stop if we want to do
Yeah,
that
we'll play Ding That's My Stop.
But do you want to do these questions first?
Yes, of course I do.
Yeah. Okay, great. So it's just like, because Chris is also like a very, you're a super talented stage performer.
Wow, isn't
Fringe
that nice?
Festival darling.
Well, that's
And
nice. Thank you.
in the last few Second City shows, there's been like some really fun scenes that you've done that were to music. Like Shitty Magician is pretty much the funniest thing on the planet.
It's Asshole Magician.
Asshole Magician.
But I like Shitty
I'm not
Magician.
in Toronto anymore. I didn't get to see it too much, but it's obviously very, very funny scene.
Thank you.
But with that, I was like, great, we'll do some music stuff. So I have a few questions for both of you guys. Do you guys remember your first, not your first concert, like I went to Canada's Wonderland and saw Krista Gale because my mom took me there, but like your first concert that you went to because you're like, I got these fucking tickets and I'm seeing this.
Well, first
band
of all,
and I'm so
Jason,
excited.
I would just like to tell you that your mom did take you to a concert. So I hate to break it to you, but that does count as going to a concert.
Well, the one you're thinking of is the Rolling Stones, which is true. But do you know before that, she did take me to the Crystal Gale at Canada's Wonderland, and that's why I brought that up.
The Crystal Gala?
And it wasn't she took Crystal Gale. And if you don't know who Crystal Gale is, and most people don't, but she was a big singer in like the 70s or the 80s, and her hair went to the ground, literally went to the ground.
Crystal
She had
Gale?
She's been growing it her whole life.
That's nice. It's nice to have a
That
goal.
was like her signature thing. I mean, she was very petite, but
Baby hair on the end of her hair.
I love that the thing she was known for was not her voice, but her long hair. That's what I'm known for, actually, is my long hair. Oh,
I couldn't name you a song. And you know what? I don't think my mom didn't take me to the concert. We were just walking through, I think it was Canada's Wonderland, and we just like ended up
stumbled
at this
upon.
show.
Well,
There she was.
listen, we got
Tripped over her
Jameson.
hair.
We got Jameson and Audrey in the chat, both MVPs. Jameson, Brown Eyes Blue Baby. Is that one of her songs?
Maybe. I don't know any of her songs.
Okay, so do we remember our first concert? Chris, do you remember yours?
I certainly remember. This would have been one of the first ones, but it's the most memorable. It was the first one I traveled to go to. It was a
That's huge.
John
Road trip.
Mayer concert.
Oh, the infamous John
Was.
Mayer. Yeah.
It was in Vancouver, and I grew up in Victoria, so it was an overnight trip for sure.
Wow.
Had to take a ferry over, traveled, and guess who's opening for them? None other than Maroon 5.
Loved.
So that shows you what era we're in. Maroon 5 was a one-hit wonder at the time.
Love that.
We know what they became, of course. Maroon 5. You just have to say it with more emphasis.
Was there anything though about that trip that you're like, well, this part I'll remember for the rest of my life?
Yeah, I mean, yes, because that was the concert
funny
that
question?
I
Why?
lost my virginity at.
Oh,
Not
because Casey knew the answer.
That was the occasion. We went over with a group of us, and there was
He
my
told the
girlfriend
Second
at the
City
time,
cast this story. So
I see.
and we had to get a hotel room, and then so
And Chris,
She
you
was
didn't
all
have.
she was all Adam Levined up, ready
She
to go.
all out of looking up.
Also, Chris, you didn't have to tell us the story. I just want to be clear. We didn't force this out of you.
You
I didn't
asked
know
the
this story,
question,
but
and here we are.
I
Okay.
It's
think
a good question.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a great question. It's opened up.
Yeah.
It's really opened up me as a guest.
Yeah, it's true. Good question, Jay.
That's some Mark
That's
Maron
crazy.
stuff right
Yeah,
there.
because I honestly didn't know that.
Well,
That's
I
great.
think
No, but we got separate hotel rooms because we weren't
Oh,
comfortable.
this is exciting.
like we hadn't slept together, or even like literally slept.
This is magic.
So we got separate hotel rooms, and we had to decide which room that we're gonna
That's nice.
uh,
That's fun.
use.
Oh,
He's now blushing.
Because
So
we were too shy. We were too shy to be like, I bet you this will happen. So we both paid for our own full hotel room.
that's just
We didn't
cute.
use one. Yeah.
If you're going to a
Anyway,
John Mayer concert and you're not boning afterwards, I don't think you did the concert right. Because I mean,
Oh.
you
that
were also,
man.
but it also sounds like
And
you were going with only one person, and it was someone you were obviously
no,
attracted,
yes, it was like a double date concert kind of thing. So it was
or maybe
they got their own hotel room and they've been dating forever and doing it all the time.
They were doing it
they're
all the time.
Big do-iters.
I mean, you guys were
it
in
was,
your
it was Valentine's Day as well.
Oh
It was
yeah.
Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
You knew this was going to happen because it's like I'm going to a John Mayer concert. We're going on a road trip, and it's Valentine's Day, and it's considered a double date.
Yeah. And we were gonna watch Maroon 5, who at the time we didn't know
Right.
was gonna blow us away. Just get us boned up for Adam Levine.
Boned up to the max.
You were boned up for Adam Levine, yeah.
Well, I mean, he's you know when he's saying shirtless at the Super Bowl.
Yep.
Well, that's not like that wasn't a first time thing for him. We saw him shirtless back then.
That's his thing.
That's his thing.
Jan just said this is the most perfect losing it story she's ever heard.
Yeah.
That's a great
So,
story.
Stacey, do you want to talk about your first concert, or do you want to talk your first losing it?
You know what's really funny is I did okay. I'll tackle both. When I was like early on in my career or whatever, someone was like, "Hey, do you want to do this show? You just like have to tell stories about your life." And it was for like MTV or something, and so I was like, okay, and they're gonna pay you like $100 or something. And I get there, and I'm all dolled up and ready to go. And then they're like, so how did you lose your virginity? And then I panicked, and I was like, didn't want to tell them. I was like, am I gonna tell this story for the world to see? Like, I at first was so naive, and then I don't think they aired it. It was a terrible story. I just was like, yeah, we really cared about each other, and then it just sort of and then one day it just kind of happened. So, and they were like, thanks for coming in. I literally lost my mind in front of the camera. It was terrible.
We're looking for trash.
Yeah, they want me to be like, so I was in the woods and I thought my boyfriend was just over there. Turned out it was a wolf. Anyways, I had sex with a wolf that night. No. It was so nerve-wracking. But my first concert was Backstreet Boys, for sure. Backstreet Boys, and boned up to the full max with no way to expel my urges. So I just turned into a real nasty woman. No, I went to the Backstreet Boys. It was the best. And then Brian Luttrell threw a teddy bear, and it hit because they were floating over, and he threw a teddy bear down, and I caught it with my hand, and it bounced out, and another girl got it.
Is that his last name?
Luttrell?
Brian.
Luttrell?
Brian.
Brian. He has a last
I've
name.
just never heard him referred to as anything.
Yeah,
but
they all just are
Brian.
first names.
Don't you
On the
ever
Backstreet
tell me how to talk
Except
about
for
that.
Donnie Wahlberg. He's the only one
Nick
with the last
Carter.
name.
That's
Donnie Wahlberg was in New Kids on the Block.
Aaron
Yeah, but I'm
Carter.
just out of all the like any boy band of that era, it's like they're just all five. They're just five names,
5 names. Donnie.
and they're all like disciple names, basically.
Disciple names?
Yeah, it's just like,
What?
Mark.
What are the disciple names?
I don't know. Mark's the only one I know.
You only know one disciple name, and you decided to say all boy bands are disciple names?
It just feels like they're the most common whitish names on the planet. It's
Chris,
just
you know
like,
them. What are they?
Matthew, Mark,
Yeah,
Luke, AJ,
John.
Kevin,
Howie D, Kevin Richardson,
Howie D, Mike D.
Joey Fatone, Chris Kirkpatrick. The Messiahs.
We all know the story about how Howie D stabbed Jesus in the back, right?
He was really
Yes.
upset because Howie D
That's why.
was the lead singer of the Backstreet Boys before everyone joined. He just wants everyone to know that.
It's true.
Was there two Howies, and that's why they had Howie D?
No.
I don't know.
For,
Why do they call him Howie D then? It's just
He-
Howie.
this
Oh,
is
it's Howie E?
how we do it.
That was Yeah, that's what everybody was back in the day. You know, you had to have your last initial in there somewhere, I
Right.
guess.
Do you think being in a boy band and being what we would only describe here, and this is not factual allegedly, you're the ugly one in the group. Do you think it's a tough path?
No.
And you know it too.
You know it. Like Lance Bass knew he wasn't the popular one. Chris Kirkpatrick for sure.
There's a worse offender there. Chris Kirkpatrick.
Because Lance Bass
was-
did go on to be like, well, I'm going to be a fucking astronaut essentially and stuff like that, right?
No, but
I don't
he's
think it
not.
ever happened,
He's not kicking ass in space, dude. He just wanted to be a celebrity going to space. He didn't become an astronaut. He owns restaurants in West Hollywood.
Cool.
Yeah. He's doing
But I mean, like, there's
Kirkpatrick, we're
worst
worried
offenders that probably are just like, they're selling real estate and they're just like,
Well, I'd be
that used to be my-
I'd be curious
band.
what Chris Kirkpatrick is up to, because I wouldn't be hyped
he's
to
either
meet
selling
him.
cars, selling insurance, or selling real estate. I can almost guarantee you.
all three.
Out of his
Oh.
garage. What do you need? Insurance? You guys want a car? You guys sell my car. What do you want?
He still has the same like E44 hair,
Oh my
This little-
God.
pineapple head.
Um,
The pineapple.
Mark, he didn't make it to space.
know.
No, he
Did you
didn't actually.
did you
make
end
it.
up getting
Space.
the link, Chris, so you can see the chat?
Oh,
It's okay. You don't
No.
need it. It's fine.
It's in our chat in our Zoom
I
call.
see.
Yeah, if you want, but there's no pressure. I have seen
There's probably somebody trolling me in there, and I don't want to see it.
no one trolls. We only troll Jason, Petit Jason. That's the only troll. Yeah, no, I think that would be really hard. Like Kevin Richardson, like watching that Backstreet Boy documentary where he was like, "Oh, I was the oldest one, and I'm in a band with like 20-year-olds or like 16-year-olds, and he was in his 20s."
Yeah,
Tough.
when you watch that, like they just did that quarantine, everybody singing at the same time video.
Mhm.
Everybody looks so old except for Nick, who's
Yeah.
still
A child.
very young.
Very.
They did a boy band one. They did like
What?
They did like a quarantine, everybody singing at the same time video
Yeah.
to
I've seen hundreds of
I
those. I
want
just
it
didn't
that
see
way.
the one with like a bunch of boy band stars in it.
Well, I'll send you the Backstreet Boy one. It's also on our Instagram if you scroll
Right.
down. But yeah, everyone's getting up there. Do you have any other questions, Jay?
Just the one.
You came with.
No, of course I've got. I'm just.
Oh.
I was gonna say, well, if that was a great one question to have, it
we
spiraled us off into a great spot. It's
We
like
got-
That was the
you had
hope.
such faith in the one question.
That's the hope, because it's just like I
This will
just
get
want
us
to
to
know,
Backstreet Boys.
because I'm on this thing where it's just like they've got a bunch of questions, but really like the questions themselves are not that great because they're just going to lead to one word answers. But if we dig, like things like what song in your life makes you the most emotional? I don't know what emotion.
That's a
is, but
tough. That's a tough answer because that's ever evolving. It's like when I ask
totally. When I say
yeah.
favorite or like most ever, let's clarify that with like, there's never like your whole life you have a favorite song or
No.
whatever, but like what song lately that you're like, oh, that really.
And feel free to put this in the chat too, because I'd like to know what songs are for other people. I will say I don't like. I obviously like what everyone loves music. If someone's like not a music fan, I'm like, oh, so when did you start
That's not
murdering
true.
people? Yeah. But
That was the only time I saw it. Do you know? I think it was Ali G or Borat. I can't remember which character it was, but went around and like was interviewing people, and he went and interviewed Donald Trump. And Donald Trump, it looked like it was the only time that Sacha Baron Cohen was stumped because he was trying to sell him on ice cream. He's like, "What's one thing that everybody in the world likes?" And Donald Trump goes, "Music." And he went, "Yeah, that's actually true."
wow.
There's got to be somebody out there that doesn't like music. It's not that great.
Make it stop. He's just walking through the supermarket like,
Ow!
Ouch! 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 I think that.
can't do elevators, can't do supermarkets.
Do you know how hard it is for me, Nancy? Audrey says Sarah McLachlan's "I Will Remember You," which is used for the like Humane Society. I mean, I'll always cry when you see.
Well,
Like,
you put one of those viddies behind it. It doesn't matter if you're playing Weird Al Yankovic, you're gonna cry. So
did you call it a viddy?
Very.
viddy.
Put a little video behind it.
You get a little viddy behind that tune, boyo, it's gonna pop
Boom.
off.
With some sad,
A little video of
sad
the
puppy
Humane
viddy.
Society. Yeah.
I honestly think I never understand music more than like when you're just heartbroken and you're like, I'm finally hearing the lyrics. Like, do you ever feel that?
Well, that actually, this one happens yesterday. I was rewatching an episode of Dawson's Creek with Roger because he's working through it.
Oh wow.
And Savage Garden came on, the Truly Madly Deeply, and I was brought back to grade 10.
Wow.
And heartbreak, right there.
Oh yeah, Truly Madly Deeply.
It really made me relive it.
The heartbreak.
It's a good song. No, just the feeling.
Yeah.
Then you hear the words and you're like, is this about somebody murdering their pet? What's
No,
happening
it's
here?
not. What are you talking about?
Not at all. But like
one of those ones is weird. One of those
99
songs
Red
is-
Balloons, I think, is about like the end of the world.
Well, no one said that in this
Yeah.
conversation. No one brought up.
I'm just saying
99
there's songs that you're listening to your whole life, and it's like,
You
No.
wait for the moment to bring up that song. That's his karaoke
Love it.
song, Chris, which you're a big karaoke guy
that's
too.
not my karaoke song, but it was somebody else's
It's a-
on the chat.
it's
But
a
that's
good
my
go-to.
favorite song.
That's a
It
great
would be a
one.
great go-to. Mine was "Build Me Up, Buttercup." So
Build me up, buttercup. He starts
Semi-Charm
shivering.
Kind of Life. That's one of my go-to karaoke songs. But
Semi-Charm.
that's one where you sing it and I have no idea what it's about.
yeah, see,
I know every word, but I'm like, and I've been told it's about doing hard drugs.
Whoa, sick. Okay.
Oh, doing crystal meth will get you up.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's right there for you. Doing crystal meth.
Oh, right. That because when you would watch it on the hit list, it would always go like they would blur it out kind of. So you never really knew what they were saying. And I didn't really have reliable internet to look up lyrics, so I never really
none
knew
of
it was
us
about that. What's a good song? Oh God, there's just so many. There's so many. I can't like. Damien Rice brings me back to like university.
And so
I don't know Damien Rice.
Damien Rice,
just
so
like
good.
You said it would be.
Counting Crows, I loved. Dave Matthews Band, I was a huge fan of them. You know,
Neil Arts.
Tennille Arts, I love now. Tennille Arts, Chris, is a band that played on The Bachelor. And then Jason and I made it a big joke about how much we love Tennille Arts. But then I realized I had been listening to Tennille Arts on Spotify. And I
You
loved
actually
them.
did like them
Actually
now. Yeah.
love them so much. And I was like, I'm a Tennille Arts fan for real. In Your Eyes. Oh my God. I was just listening to that this morning, Jameson. In Your Eyes at Peter Gabriel. Love Yacht Rock too. That'll just get me in the party zone. Where I'm like, let's forget our names tonight. Like, like the Yacht Rock, I'm just like, yeah, gin, all of it. Yeah. I love that.
Kiss is on my list. Hall and Oates. Okay, great. There's a lot of good songs on here that people are listening.
Yeah, we'll get a little Spotify
Just make a
list going.
Spotify playlist. Yeah.
Well, Chris is really known. So a thing that I think is really nice is I did Second City with Chris. We wrote 2 shows together, and Jay and we wrote, what was it, 2?
Two.
2 together as well. So, but Chris, when he makes sketches, what I think is really interesting is he just has like a comedy list of songs like that would be great for like a scene or like a montage, and all of the songs are always great. And then you're like, hey, can I see your
There's
list for a
of,
second?
Yeah. A lot of 80s on there.
Yeah.
I've done a lot of I even have one in my news, like the Hollywood show, where I've used this song many times, but it's Snow Patrol Chasing Cars. Whenever I'm like, you just want to get sad.
Yeah, that's a great one. Put that on. Yeah. I love a song that does all the emotional lifting for you. So you can stare out a window and play that song and people go, that guy's sad.
I've written a lot of stuff to say something. That's like that's the one that gets me probably the most.
Say something?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I don't remember the band's name. It was Christina Aguilera and the guy that plays the piano real well.
I always forget how much you love Christina Aguilera.
I don't know what it is. I think she has a beautiful voice.
Yeah, and I think you also like her face and her body, but you literally have a crush on Christina Aguilera, and it's crazy to me.
Everybody says that, and I'm like, because the stuff like the Dirty video, I was like, no, thank you. That's not
my Christina.
That's not his Christina. It's not his Christina.
But the one with the same era, she's saying something. I think it was Angel or something like that, and I was like, that's the most beautiful song. That's where she's the most beautiful.
You have crushes that are not sexual. Does that make sense to me? Like,
Yeah.
You don't want to
Yeah.
have sex with her. She's too pure for you. You can't.
My first crush was on a I don't even know what kind of animal it is, like a squirrel or a cartoon squirrel or something. I was like, she's perfect.
She's perfect.
Jason, when
Was
Jason,
it the?
It was
Oh no,
Fables
that
of the
wasn't a
Green
cartoon.
Forest. It was very
The
old. It
Umbrella
was like
Tree.
Fables of the Green Forest, and there was like she just had a round head and a yellow tuft on her chest, and I was like, no, that's my woman.
There she is.
I was like 2, but my first crush.
my
was her.
favorite thing about Jason is when he has crushes, he doesn't perceive himself with that person because he would in fact ruin them because they're so pure that he has to stay away.
Their crushes. She's pure. She's perfect.
A kiss.
Not for
No,
me.
that's dirty. Let's just hold hands.
Chris, what was
I
your first
ruined
crush?
My first crush. Oh, I had posters or a poster of Alicia Silverstone.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. So
Classic
that was
babe.
grade 6, I think. Alicia Silverstone, AB Spice,
Mm.
and yeah, it was mostly about Alicia
Alicia.
Silverstone.
Good
She
crushes.
has gotten weird. She's now currently a bit. Well, she's
Yeah,
very
she's a
vegan.
good follow on Instagram though. That's she's fun.
She's
Funny.
fun and funny means sexy dress pics. She brings a lot to the table. Honestly,
I didn't mean it that way, but when I heard myself say it, I was like, I sound like a gross dad. She's fun.
you know,
She's fun.
you want to hear about a fun follow? Carmen Electra. She's gardening now.
Yeah,
so
she's
and
fun.
she's dressed for the event. Let me tell you.
I bet you she's a fun girl. I bet you she's a fun girl.
Just a dad coming into his room. Hey son, so you got any fun girls in your class? You want to have some fun with? Who are the fun ones? What's their what's
You
their
know what I'm saying?
know what I'm saying?
grade is his son in? What are you talking?
He's 13, 14.
First year university.
You having some fun? Oh yeah. Oh, that must have been like crazy. Like, do you feel like when you came back from university, your dad was like, we can start talking about some stuff. Like, was there that transition? Hey boys, you having fun? You got some fun stories? Because your dad used to have some fun. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, I remember my dad being like, "What are you talking about?" And then encouraging me to have a beer. Like, get a beer. Let's get a beer. Let's have one.
Yeah.
Like this is different. This is
That's real
different, man.
fun. Because as you say that, I'm like, that's going to be really interesting to hear Charlie can be like, drink. I'd be like, let's have a beer. That's something. I think that's probably a really proud moment for your dad in a weird way.
I remember my
Just,
first huge breakup, like a big, massive breakup. We lived together at the time. And that ended, and I was like in my early 20s, and I went home, and my dad got me high in the garage, and he had snacks waiting for me. Like he got me high, but also took care of me as a dad. He just had this huge, like beautifully rolled joint. We're like, just get on that. And then he's like, we got some snacks in the dining room. Okay, we can just have whatever we want. Okay, just got.
You're my
baked.
princess. You're my princess.
I'm proud
Take
of you.
this joint.
Take this joint. Only puff how much you want. We got you.
Spark
You're
it
in a
up.
safe space. Go lay on the trampoline. I like to feel the wind on my face too. But I was like, whoa. Yeah, but drinking, you can have a beer, eh? Just go to the basement, treat yourself, okay? Don't tell your brothers where I'm hiding it, because they steal. There you go.
They knew where it was.
Oh, yeah, of course. Oh, yeah. Anyways, Jason, do you have a story like that?
A story like,
Or do you think do you think you'll do that with Charlie? Do you think one day he'll just come home from college and you'll be like, all right, you want to have some fun?
I think it'll be high school, but yeah.
Sneaking a
Maybe
brew?
earlier.
Yeah, for sure.
Remember one New Year's, we all stole one beer from our parents' house. We're like, everybody will get one beer. We'll all steal it and we'll go to the park and we'll all drink a beer. But
That's fun.
nobody was able to. I didn't steal one.
Nobody was
So we
successful.
had one beer between like 6 of us, and on New Year's Eve, and we're just passing it around. This was grade 10, and
Oh,
we're just like,
who got
we're
wasted?
still being like, look what we got. We got a beer. I'm just trying to get loaded.
And then there,
off of one beer.
your one friend that brought it was like, I mean, I succeeded. I'm only getting a 16 fucking beer. What the fuck?
What the fuck's the fucking matter with you guys?
If it was a Mike's Hard, maybe for first-time drinkers, that could get 6 people drunk.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I got
You sips and you're buzzing.
Oh, my mom got me a 6-pack for prom of Mike's Hard. I think she felt bad for me, and I got looped. I got looped on 2, like just full looped.
Yeah, those things are.
I remember my first drinking experience because my cousin did it to me. And
What do you mean your cousin?
he was very nice. He was very, it was like, he
your
was a
cousin
bit,
did it to you?
well, he was a bit older and I was staying
Did
over.
drinking
And,
on me.
Did he?
yeah, he was like, he's like, come in with my friends. And then all of a sudden they brought up beer and I was like, what is happening?
What is this pure beverage?
I don't know how many I had. I think it was called Laker beer and it was brewed out of Hamilton or something.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I don't even know if I had 1 or 6. I have zero idea.
Did you have your first sip and go, you guys, I feel like I've been thirsty forever until today.
I'm going to keep this quench up the rest of my life.
What is this pure liquid? She's too beautiful even to touch.
That was my first and then I didn't touch it till my grade 12 story, which is like I drank at the very last day of grade 12. That was the next time I drank.
Oh my God, Haley's first drink was gin and rum.
Oh,
Gin and
I used
rum.
to drink not by.
Oh yeah.
I used to drink vanilla vodka all the time.
Oh yeah, me
I
too.
would mix it with Coke, and I was like, "This is so good."
Vanilla Coke.
And then there was a couple times where I was doing vanilla vodka and iced tea, and that was awful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it doesn't sound right.
That was it. That was the end. I haven't had like brisk iced tea since because that was a vomit night.
Oh yeah, you got
Right.
to switch to Nestea. It's a lighter one, but I remember oh yeah, just mixing anything. Like I used to drink magnums of wine, like Wild Vines, which is just sugar water wine, and I would drink magnums of them. Yeah. Really.
It's a Magnum.
It's like it's
Big
like
ass.
a fucking huge ass wine, but like it's like 2 bottles of wine, I think, in one big bottle. I think. Yeah.
I thought the Magnums were those massive, like they almost look like they're a decoration for a dumb bachelor party or something. Because
You know,
I
we
had one
love
once.
props.
I had to see like a Canadian Club bottle, and it was literally like if I stood up right now, it would be to my waist easily.
Oh yeah, one of those.
Wow.
The Texas Mickeys? No, those are actually smaller. It's like a liter.
Doesn't Texas
don't
Mickey
know.
come with a pump?
I feel like Jameson knows the answer to all of
Yeah,
these
Jameson,
things.
can you get in the chat and let us know what's
Jameson?
going on? Come on, Jameson, please.
What's a Texas Mickey?
Well, let me tell you.
Liter
So,
size. I think.
because as we all know, I'm a beer girl. Jameson says he couldn't stand beer. I had to literally work on enjoying it before heading to university. But Nestea and that pre-mixed Long Island stuff. Oh yeah, nasty times. Wow.
Like, yikes.
Okay.
Hell yeah on that. I didn't like
First
beer.
time I got drunk, this is a really good story. First time I got drunk was at Disney when I was like 14 because they gave my aunt strawberry daiquiri with alcohol and gave her my virgin one. I had 2. I didn't realize what was happening.
Oh man. Imagine being 14.
Roller coaster's the best thing on the planet.
Hey mom, can I talk
First
to you
time.
for a second, please? Can I talk to you? You're a bitch. Fully and utterly.
I full on embarrassed myself the first time I got drunk. It was in grade 12 and it was like a grad party. And I probably had I didn't bring beer. I had like 4 beer, maybe 5, but I was just like gone, vomiting all over this man's house. Not a man. He was a boy. He was in grade 12. I vomited all over this boy's house. Actually, it was 2 boys. They were twins, Paul and Troy. They were very, very popular. Very popular, good-looking grade 12 twins.
It's
Really
started
good
in the
look-
Facebook movie.
Good-looking grade 12 twins.
Hey, Road.
These boys, they threw a party, and I remember needing to puke and being at the top of the stairs and grabbing his speaker.
Oh,
It
no.
was like shaped like a bowl, and I like puked in his speaker, and then he threw me down the stairs, and I remember it very well.
That's first
I
of
remember
all.
parts of it.
Yeah.
I was so embarrassed.
Oh my God. Well, also, fuck that twin. You're a twin. Don't be weird
I
and
don't
throw
know which
people
one it
down.
was, yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Both of them say it was the other one.
Yeah.
What were their names again? Sorry.
Paul and Troy.
Oh, classic twin name. Paul and
Davidson.
Troy.
Disciples.
Polly D.
You have to say-
Polly D.
Yeah, you don't have to
and
say their
Troy.
last name. It's Paul and Troy.
Yeah, good point. Whatever. They know this. They probably remember it.
Jessica says, my first drink was at 19. I was at a frat party in Philly and had one beer and thought I was so drunk I tried to take my shirt off and dance. It was awful. Sorry, Jessica. I've absolutely been there where you have like one sip and you're like, I'm wasted.
Yeah. We threw a party at a guy's house, and like it was one of those parties that you'd see in like a movie where it was like all of a sudden it blew up and there was like 100 people in our friend's house.
Yeah.
Because his parents were away. But there was many people that were like, you just opened your first beer, and they're like, and you're like, I don't know what's happening anymore.
Yeah.
I want to point this out too, because we did brush by it, but like when we started talking about drinking at Disneyland, I think it encapsulated our personalities, because my imitation was like, get on a roller coaster and have fun. Stacey's was, call your mom a bitch.
I'm not. I will say I've asked people what it's like when I'm drunk. And you've both seen me drunk, so I'd be curious what you think the descriptor is. But I don't think I turn nasty. I think I pretty much stay the same. Do I?
I don't think you want to paint it with one paintbrush, but like, you know what I mean? Like, you're not like the same every time, but I don't think I've ever seen you be like, turn into a nasty drunk. I
will say that someone said I become nice, which implies sober. I ain't that way.
I like when you're drunk. You become nice.
You're nice. No, I do. Why?
Do you want to have a drink? Do you want to go for a drink now, or should we?
Honestly, like, I never say this to you because, like, if I wasn't like this, like, I'd be like, ugh. But you're a good person. I think you're a good person. You should start that small business. Do it. No, I would say you should do. I would say you and I would say Jason and Chris are both like, you guys are the party starters. Like, you're like, what are we doing this? Let's get it.
Second location.
You guys are all you guys have the energy, like the party energy where it's like, I think we're all getting tired. You're like, not now. And then it's like, woo.
What are you gonna do? Go home to bed?
Yeah. So you guys are the same person. You're the same person. Haley said she had to hide from the cops busting our campfire party by throwing all the booze in a wheelbarrow of ice and running to some tall prairie grass. She grabbed all the liquor and ran into a field.
Makes sense to me. Yeah.
I just want to see a high school Haley carrying a wheelbarrow running from the cops full of booze.
Mark just says Jason is a great party. Stacey, I'll send you a pic. Ooh, Mark Andrada.
I think I actually know the picture.
Wow. That's always...
Mark, is my shirt off in that picture?
Your shirt's off in a lot of party pics.
And I'm wearing a sombrero, maybe?
Oh, yeah. There's many of those. There's always now, like when someone's taking pictures at a party where it's like you're kind of raging. Not like raging, but like everyone's a bit loose and like 3 sheets to the wind. It's like, get it out of here.
Yeah, there was a time when I first moved to Toronto that like everybody was taking their shirts off at Comedy Bar. All the men.
That was a huge thing.
All the men would.
Oh yeah, that was a huge thing. And we would expect it.
That stopped.
Well, it certainly had to at some point.
I had some high school friends come out one time, and it started to happen like after the bar was closed, and I remember being like, what the hell's going on? And then a few of the guys started taking their belts off, and it became belt fight. And we're like, what the hell?
Well, we started having belts off party. I remember that. And I remember being like, me too. Like, where it's just like, like your little, like, fashion belt. That was a huge, there was some.
But then it turned into like hit the guy with hit somebody near you with the belt.
But this is the problem because guys get amped and then they want to fight. This is why we couldn't watch wrestling at my house because my brothers would just be like, oh, we need to fight each other.
That's the thing. I want the party to keep going, but I'm not the one that'll be like, let's smack each other. Like, let's not beat each other up.
Okay.
Because I'll lose every time. So like, I don't want to play that
game. You're the guy who's like, ouch, ouch, I'm going home. Ouch, ouch.
Although I don't want to go home. So like, I'm really conflicted right now.
Daniel, you always do this. You always take it to the next level.
Yugen. Oh.
I would always hear my brothers fighting with their friends and like it going too far and then that happening. Well, then go home. Don't. Yeah, don't. Ouch.
Where there's 2 syllables and don't. Don't.
By the way, Mark did put yes and yes to that. So I know the picture he's talking.
Do you have any other questions? I feel like we really sidetracked and just talked about booze in it.
I mean, there's a bunch of questions, but they're all just like, how does this music affect you? And like, do you remember some concert experiences or some experiences in your life where music played a good part?
I just didn't know you were such a music man today.
Whoa.
I'm not, but I just brought it the category because I thought, one, Chris is musical, and two, I think that just like in a sketch, where it puts emotion out there, we can all remember stories that probably like talking about concerts or music is going to inspire
Wow.
stories.
Great
Jason,
questions.
that's
They've
so
been great.
thoughtful.
Yeah.
I like to play
Wow.
games, so you just gotta
Now,
know
I know that
open-ended questions.
we did talk about some dumb stories. I'm loving, I have to say in the chat, just everyone talking about their first time getting drunk.
I know.
It's just,
There's so many stories.
There's so many stories. It's so funny to me. Nothing ever works out the first time you drink. I remember the first time I got high, I shoved my friend Paul down a hill because I just couldn't believe my strength. He just tumbled
Is it
down.
your Elaine Bennis moment?
It was.
Get out.
No, Jason, it really was an Elaine Bennis moment because I was doing that as a bit for a while where I would smack people because I would go, get out of here. And I did that and he went right down a hill. Yeah. It never works out. But do you have any other questions you want to ask or dumb stories? Now, Chris Wilson, did you prep any dumb stories? Because you said you might. Did you do that?
Ooh.
I think I misunderstood what dumb stories were.
Oh.
I feel like I've also been palling.
There's no
dumb
correct
stories,
answer.
you know?
Oh, because he was,
Like,
yeah, that was it. Chris was going to bring a dumb story about his life, but I think this whole podcast has been all of us going,
yeah, it's
these
already
are
been
our-
pretty dumb.
So
These stories.
do you have a question, Jay, that you would love to ask?
No, I think the questions are all done. You know what? I brought a bunch of dumb stories just to do a that's my stop, so I could run through.
Okay,
And
great.
Chris, how that works is I just read the headlines and we do it. But like, I'll just run through like one or two because I know we're coming to the end and see if you
Well,
like.
no rush.
there's
Like
any that we
we're
want to
not in any rush. So
Oh, no, not a rush. I just mean like I've got like 16 of them, and we won't go through 16
Oh,
or
no, no,
whatever. Like
so let's do
So,
three at a
like,
time.
3 at a time.
Three headlines, and then
Well, you-
we're two parents
then-
right now trying to explain a stupid game.
And you have to say,
And
"Hey,
then,
that's my stop."
Yeah, you got
and
it,
then
Chris.
remember when Becky told us like you gotta. So what you have to do is you put the celebrities' names in a hat, and then yeah. Anyways, that bit did not work.
So
Oh,
basically, he's
That's cool.
thanks.
I'm gonna read 3 storylines, and then you guys tell me which one you want to talk about. So it'll be a bit different than Ding My Stop.
Okay.
Okay.
Great. So this is a first headline. Forget Me Not. Japan Aquarium seeks video chats for eels. The second one is 2 pizzas and a spliff, please. Interpol warns of lockdown drug deliveries. And the last one is porch costumes provide cheer in troubled times. You guys want to get off any of those stops?
Huh.
No.
Okay, great. Everybody hop back on the bus. Anyways, guys, it looks like the Coliseum's closed down today. Everyone hop back on the bus.
Do you know?
See what happens.
Get it.
Do you know when you're
I
in
get
school?
I get what we're doing now. I see.
Do you know when you're on the bus and you're like, your bus driver's pissed? And you're like,
All right. Nobody wants to use any of these stops.
So
Okay.
okay, so we don't want to behave. Okay.
Nobody lives around here. Really. Nobody. Nobody's gonna get off at Bathurst. Huh. Okay.
You can't all fit at the back of the bus. Somebody sit up near the front.
Someone come sit up near me. I'm a human being.
Tyler, I know you're going to sit up at the front, Tyler. They don't want you back there.
You're not popular enough. You get up here.
I lost my sense of smell. I'm not worried about your cheese. Get up here, Tyler.
A bus driver with no sense of smell. Is so you.
I got it surgically removed like a vasectomy. You think you can work a school bus, and not get your sense of smell taken away? Jesus Christ.
It's so stupid. Oh my God. Jason.
Great. Here's a couple more, and just tell me if you want to talk about any of them. You can say ding, that's my stop. We'll go back to like the original and then see if any of these are interesting to you.
Okay.
Norwegian billionaire held over wife's disappearance.
What?
Okay.
Ding, that's my stop. What's that?
Okay. Well, I thought the headline was funny because I'm like, do you remember when this pandemic started and people were like, there's going to be so many divorces or there's going to be such a baby boom? And you're like, well, now that we're in it, we're like, neither of those things are probably true. It's just we're all living this together.
Right.
But then this headline comes up and it's like, this guy really just like, I was like, did he just kill his wife off? Because he's like, I can't fucking take this anymore.
Did he?
No, because then it turns out I read the article and I was like, damn it. It's so Norwegian police said Tuesday that they had arrested a wealthy businessman over the disappearance of his wife, but it was from 18 months ago.
Oh, okay.
The latest twist in the case is that he has kept the Nordic countries on tenterhooks.
Okay, we're back on the bus. We're back on the bus.
Oh God, guys, I'm sorry. I thought it was a museum. It's a sex museum. Kids, get back on the goddamn bus.
Let's go.
Tyler, you're still sitting at the front. You're still sitting at the front, Tyler.
Close the lunchbox. I can almost smell it.
Jason, I think you'd be such a great bus driver because you just love talking to random people. You like it. You embrace it.
Oh, you mean not even a school bus? You know what? I would like that. If I knew how to, if people trusted me, I could be a good bartender probably.
People trusted me. What do you mean?
I think they would come up and be like,
I'd
like a Manhattan.
Trust.
Yeah. Well, I think they would come up and go, I'd like a Manhattan, but I don't think that petite guy knows how to make this.
Pardon-moi, petit Jason? Pardon-moi, petit Jason? Bonjour.
I should open a bar
Jason.
called Le Petit Bar.
I think you should call it
just make
Petit
it
Jason.
really small.
I think you should call it Petit Jason. And it should be 10 tables. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And everything, the bar and everything's just a little lower. It's just a little lower for you.
For everybody?
Yeah. Little.
Tables or yeah.
Petite glasses.
Chairs just a bit too low.
Yeah. Bit too low. Everyone's low to the ground. Yeah.
I purposely I put like a bunch of apple boxes behind the bar and then put the stools a bit lower on the other side of the bar so I just seem taller.
Everybody's little feet dangling from the chairs.
Yeah. All the customers are called Grande Jasons.
That's a funny way to do it. Make it Lily Tomlin-ish so everything's huge and everyone just seems very small.
Yeah.
I would love
the pint
that.
glasses are like this big. They're just huge. You have to hold it with two hands.
Yeah. I love that.
That's a fun bar idea.
Actually,
the Giants world.
But I would.
I feel like they've already got this place in Disney and it's part of like the Alice in Wonderland bar.
Oh yeah,
there's something like that.
There's some 14-year-old just slugging what she thinks to be a virgin daiquiri, and she's getting fucked up and calling her mom a bitch.
Ma'am, your daughter's swimming in her drink.
And why don't you go back to your kids, Crystal?
Can you get drunk at Disneyland?
Yeah,
you can.
People do.
You can. On one side, in
On
California,
one
it's only in one park you can, and in one park you can't. And I don't remember which.
I just don't know if I would want to get wasted and then go on rides. I can barely handle rides sober now as I'm getting older.
Yeah, I don't watch. You know how people are like, "Oh, I went to this movie theater and they serve beer." I'm like, "No, thank you," because then I'll be peeing every 2 seconds. I don't want to get out of that movie to go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
I'm a camel. I never have to pee, and I am concerned about it. When I go drinking with friends, they always have to go to the bathroom, and I never do.
I know. If we went to bar hop after a show, I was like, Stacy's just sitting at our table alone most of the time because I'm like, I'm just going to the bathroom. You never go to the bathroom.
It's uncomfortable to sit with even a small amount.
Of pee?
Drain it out as it comes in.
Simple machine.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mark got tipsy at Star Wars Land in the cantina. I guess they have a cantina. You probably get the blue drink and all that kind of stuff.
The blue drink from Star Wars?
Yeah.
Oh, do they have a Toshi station so you can get your power converters? I gotta go to the Toshi station to get my power converters.
We got Charlie a Lego land speeder, and in the back there is a Taji converter. Like you can open it up and it's in there.
And it's just a freaking loser in there. He said
the Lego version of Luke when he's a loser for sure.
Oh my god. Isn't my sister so hot? It's like, okay, Luke, relax. Freaking full creep. You're so gross. You're always in a robe.
Not in like a sexual way. Like she's beautiful, like an angel.
She's beautiful, like Christina.
Christina Aguilera.
My sister's exactly like Christina Aguilera, but not in that dirty video. She's pure.
I wonder if Christina Aguilera has a brother who's just like,
what? Jason.
Like Luke Skywalker.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh, wow. I wish.
Oh my god. Okay, do you have any more?
I mean, yeah. but I feel like this has happened to us a couple of times, which is crazy. But a 5-year-old was pulled over
Oh my
while
God.
driving to California.
That's great.
Wait, isn't there a story about a 5-year-old getting pulled over recently because he was driving to pick up a Lamborghini? Like he wanted to go buy a Lamborghini, but he was
I think
driving.
that's this story. Yeah.
So here's
So
what's
he
crazy.
drove.
Yeah, so
car.
he was driving a car, got caught, obviously, and then it turned out that he was like, "Well, I was just going to get a Lamborghini." And then instead of being like, "This is bad behavior," they let this kid be driven in a Lamborghini. I was like, I'd be grounded. I wouldn't even exist as a human being anymore if I drove a car.
Well, this kid wasn't thinking this through. So he's going to drive a car to get a Lamborghini. And what's he going to do with the other car?
He's 5. I don't even think he can spell his
He's an
name.
idiot. This boy's an idiot.
He's an idiot. Stupid. Stupid kid.
It's
Think
yeah.
it through. He's going to abandon a perfectly good car.
Nuts.
Unbelievable.
He had $3 and he was going to go buy it. His sibling was watching him but fell asleep.
Classic.
And then when the trooper approached the car, he said, as Trooper Morgan approached the driver's side of the vehicle on foot, he noted that it was strange that he could not see the head of the driver from the rear window.
TJ Song.
Petit Jason, excusez-moi.
I'm 36.
You're 44. Nice try.
A character. This wasn't me. All my characters are 36.
But he knew where he was going, this young boy. He knew where the Lamborghini store was.
Wow.
He was in
little
Utah.
GPS.
Like this wasn't like he was like, I'm going to California, it's down the road. He was in Utah, and he's like, well, Lamborghinis, Beverly Hills. I'm going to California, and that's what he did.
How'd he get the
Puts on
keys?
wave, going to California.
It says here, the family reported that the boy's older sibling was watching him that morning. The sibling fell asleep, and the boy took the keys to the SUV off a hook in their home. But like, no one was hurt. I don't know how far this kid got, but he's
Whoa.
5 years old, which is only a year older than Charlie. I can't imagine him stealing our car
Yeah.
and getting
No,
anywhere.
this seems nuts.
'Cause you keep your keys up high on the hook.
And Petit Jason
Keep your keys up.
can't get it. Yeah, that makes no sense to me.
Put your key hook higher.
Yeah.
Solved.
You would think so, but it's weird what you find out with these kids, how they figure out how to get things. And you're like, Jesus Christ, I'm a bit proud because you figured that out, and that's pretty awesome. But now I'm going to jail because you stole a car.
Yeah. I mean, you've got to watch. Your kid can dunk on that basketball. He's got a huge vertical leap.
You know what's crazy is Jason at any point could have removed that basketball net from frame, but now we have to keep it.
I like it.
I
like it a
can't.
lot.
There's like, where am I going to put it? I tried first day, but anyways, it's here.
It's fine. You're doing great.
I know.
Okay, do you have any more stories or yeah, let's do one more.
Another one? Okay. Let's see. Oh, this woman I can't remember where this is from. Woman's transplanted hands became lighter and more feminine. She was given man hands from somebody that was obviously a different color skin. And the skin is starting to match her skin and the hands are becoming more feminine. That's
Wait,
this story.
let's fully ding here. So a woman got hand transplants.
Yes, because after an accident in 2016, this 18-year-old girl's like she got her arms were amputated, but then they've got like donor hands, and they put them on, and the hands were like man hands. They were big, and it was from a dark-skinned male donor, and then slowly they're becoming feminine and lighter skinned, as it says here.
It's so smaller.
Smaller, but also like the skin, like there's a picture of it and you're like, it looks like she has a watch on in the picture, but like if you see on either side of the watch, you wouldn't be able to tell that the two skin tones are different.
That's
So her body's changing the hand.
Yeah.
that
Weird.
is crazy. I also didn't know that you could get a hand transplant.
Well, this is Asia's first intergender hand transplant. So I guess they had never even done it before. And then they were like, well, this is happening.
That's what the doctor said while doing the thing. Well,
He was smoking in
this
the
is
boys' room and he was like, well, I guess this is happening.
He was smoking in the boys' room? Is that what you just said?
That's where this doctor was. He was hanging out. And he's like, I guess this is going down. Anyways, flush. I better get to work.
Flush.
I feel like I'd transplant these, get for a bigger set of mitts. That'd be
You don't like your
Yeah, it's
hands?
like I could palm a
they're nice, but,
basketball.
like,
That'd be
you know.
sick.
big hands.
Yeah, go play basketball and dunk.
Yeah.
Do you think?
This was the scale.
Do you have big? Everyone put their hands up. You have little hands, Petit Jason?
Well, one of mine's bigger than the other, so like this one's a bit bigger than this one.
Yeah, I'd love to be able to palm a basketball.
I think I
Could've
can
been-
palm a basketball.
No, you can't.
No, definitely not.
I think that I can.
You absolutely can't.
We need to figure out how to do this during the pod because you can't do it.
No.
A full basketball.
Yeah,
An NBA basketball.
I've
Yeah, like
held
an NBA
one.
size.
I've held one
Regulation.
with
Yeah,
one
you've
hand.
held it like this.
Yeah, that's not palming. That's balancing. That's letting it rest.
What? I didn't know. I wasn't holding it down.
Like this.
Can you hold it like this?
You have to hold it down.
I have to hold it. What?
Like palm it. Like here's the ball.
Oh,
The term
I've
palming
done. I've
basketball
done
means
that.
With like a baseball.
Or
No.
a
Basketball.
or a toy basketball.
What?
You haven't palmed a basketball.
Excusez-moi, petite. Excusez-moi, petite. Excusez-moi. I think
I used to have a basketball that had Shaquille O'Neal's handprint on it.
Yes!
With
I've
some
seen that. I
scale.
know what you're
I
talking
had
about.
it.
Yeah.
That,
I had that.
You- and you're saying that you also palm it just like Shaquille O'Neal.
I don't palm it like Shaquille O'Neal, but I think I've certainly done a blizzard test on a basketball. I've dipped it down. I've done
We are
it.
going to have a basketball blizzard test on this podcast
Great.
for sure.
And Chris, I hope you come back.
I will. I gotta see this. Gotta see you palm this basketball. It's gotta be pumped up. It can't be like. a
Oh,
flat
yeah.
basketball.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
we're not having a deflate gate on this pod.
Yeah, I'm gonna be full Tom Brady and kiss my son and hold a deflated ball. Absolutely not.
You think that's what he was doing during that game? He was kissing his son and then tossing the ball, and they're like, "What
No,
the fuck
I
this
think
guy could-"
I think he
You,
kissed.
Nick.
I think he kissed his son multiple times before he played that game, and I'll tell you that 100%. Open mouth. Have you not seen that video,
Big
Jason?
kisses.
I have not.
Oh, you can look it up. You type in Tom Brady. I mean, kiss his son. It'll come up. But he's getting a massage, and then his son's about to leave the room, and he's like, "No, come on back. Say goodbye to your dad." And they just like open
Make
mouth
out.
kiss
Like that-
goodbye.
No, they went like this. And then he goes, "Wait, what are you doing? That's you just half-assed that kind of thing." And he calls him back, and then they go again like that.
When
Pretty
when
special
when Charlie
moment.
was first born, Stacy was urging me to kiss my son, urging me,
Of course.
and I was like, "What are you talking about?" And she's like, "You can kiss your son. That's fine."
He
And
didn't want to kiss his son, and I was like, "You should kiss your son."
That sounds terrible. Like I would kiss my, but I was like, "No, you don't kiss my." But then I was like, "Oh yeah, I'm just an idiot."
He,
Of course, it's your son.
you don't kiss your son on the mouth?
I do
Right on the
now,
mouth.
but I think like the first month or whatever, Stacy was like, "Kiss him on the goddamn mouth," and I was like,
First
"Why?
of all,
Just
you're
kiss him on the
making me
forehead. He's a
sound
fucking
like
baby.
some
Do
sort
it."
of. You're making me sound like some sort of creep. I wasn't like. Hey,
Yeah, you had your phone and you're like, "Kiss him, kiss him,
Kiss him.
kiss him on the mouth."
Hey, I just
Good
want to say
content.
congratulations
Kiss him,
on the
please.
new babe. You kissing him fully on the mouth yet, or no? Chris,
Yeah.
you have a nephew. Do you give smooches or?
I've kissed him on the cheek.
Mm.
Kissed him on the mouth.
He's never
Oh.
he's never grabbed your face to kiss you on the mouth.
No.
Okay,
No.
we'll breeze by this topic for sure, but
Yeah, I mean, we're coming to the end. We might as well
yeah,
Getting
this
stop
is
talking
it.
about making out with kids.
No, making out. I'll never forget my nephew when he was like maybe 1 or 2. Oh no, he must have been 3. He was talking at that point, and he was sitting on my lap, and he grabbed my face, and he went, "Auntie Stacy, you're so beautiful." And then he gave me a kiss on my nose, and you know that was the purest love I've ever felt.
It's gonna be talking at 1 or 2 though as well. They
No,
don't
no.
wait till 3.
No, it was like full sentences and stuff. So he was like older, but he just like held me and looked right in my face. And I was like, I gotta go brush my teeth. Well,
Someone
guys,
shit in my mouth.
oh my God, Jason. So again, I feel like I'm just telling Chris these old stories about yesterday. Jason perfectly described being hungover. He said he was at this party and his friend, what was it? You guys were all sleeping over?
We were at the cottage, and then a friend came out and he opened the door. And he's like, I think a homeless guy came and shit in my mouth last night.
He goes, "Oh my god, I think someone broke in." Because I think someone broke in last night and shit in
Oh
my
yeah, someone
mouth.
broke in and shit in my mouth.
Anyways, Chris isn't loving that for sure, but
I love that.
thank you. Well, Chris, we're going to put a little screen up just for you. And it's a little promo city where you can tell people what's going on because
Oh man.
you have an amazing sketch troupe duo with your best pal, Peter. Your troupe is called Peter and Chris, but you guys have started to release videos every week. Pretty much like you're
With regularity.
with
I
regularity. You're
wouldn't put
starting.
it on every week.
No. But
But-
you've started to recently, especially in the quarantine, you've been releasing
Yes.
stuff. So
I'm re-editing videos that are 7 years old.
don't say it like that.
They're good. They're worth going back to.
So right now you're on a screen by yourself and it has your Twitter and your Instagram and your YouTube, which is Peter and Chris Comedy. And everyone should go and watch and subscribe. Your stuff is very, very funny.
Thank you. Yeah, new content coming out with regularity.
Is there anything that you would like to promote?
I mean, that's good. I mean, yeah, just follow all the accounts because you put a lot of work into editing something and
Well, it's true.
then 4 people share it.
I
But
mean,
if you make a stupid little fart video that's like 15 seconds long, it goes viral, So
there's nothing sadder than I remember I
there's no
spent
rhyme or reason.
I spent 3 days editing a video. I thought it was so funny. Put it up on YouTube. It got like maybe 100 views. And then I saw something with 42 million hits, which was just a knife slicing through soft stuff. Like
know.
through a cake. Through
Why don't we just do a
elastic
thing
band.
where we all do a thing called farts for friends, and we'll all just do a 15-second video of us being like, "Here's a fart,"
Okay.
That's amazing.
and all money that we make will go to the frontline workers.
Well, Mark
Farts for
Andrada
friends.
just said to tell Chris to check our Animal Crossing group chat. So
Yeah.
he's got stuff there for you, I guess. But
Oh, yeah, there's a good price on turnips today.
oh, that's great.
Yeah,
That's a good
Philippe's
one.
got a good price. Yeah.
Philippe's
$400
Island is buying
I think.
turnips for huge cash right now. He's just said.
Yeah.
Well, everyone, thanks so much. I'm going to just promo Chris one more time. You should go check out his sketches. Absolutely. I've been lucky to be in one of them, 2 of them, really. So that was really fun for me. I got to wear a cool cardigan that I brought from home. And, but anyways, you check everything out there. If you had a good time, everyone, you can like the video. It just helps us get our name out there so more people can come and watch. And you can follow us at The Regulars Podcast. We're going to be putting up our drink for tomorrow, the recipe for that. And
and get your long cardigans out for that.
yeah, get your robes ready for tomorrow. Also, just a quick little housekeeping. I accidentally kept our yesterday's episode on private, but now it's public. So you can go listen to it in audio styles. And if you're listening to this and you haven't watched yet, you can go to youtube.com/theregulars and you can watch us live and watch these back episodes and see Chris's big beard that's coming in red hot. He's a redhead.
It's coming red.
Yeah.
It is red. And that was surprising as well.
Is this your first beard?
Yeah.
Oh wow!
This is my first time like growing it out past like 2 weeks.
And
So,
I think it
This
looks
has
great.
been 6. My buzzer's at Second City, like my face
Yeah.
trimmer. So can't go back there.
Yeah, tough.
Mice have overrun the building, I bet.
That's a whole nother podcast. I mean, we certainly have you back to talk about what are the mice doing at Second City. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you tomorrow for Casual Friday. So get your beverage of choice ready, and it will be we'll put on our Instagram so you can look at it. All right, bye, everyone. Thanks, Chris, so much.
Bye.
Thanks for having me.
Bye.